Welcome back to Arise Entertainment 360. I'm Lola Ogunike.
And I'm Shannon Lanier. That's my name.
That's
Shannon
your name.
Lanier.
Don't wear it out.
Now, if you've got kids in your life, there's no doubt you've probably been hit up for some cash. Well, there's a new book out, and it's called Do I Look Like an ATM? A Parent's Guide to Raising Financially Responsible African-American Children. And the author, Sabrina Lamb, joins us to talk about kids and money. Thanks for being here, Sabrina.
Glad to be here.
Now, just to start right off, we've all heard this before, money doesn't grow on trees. But you say that that is something the parents need to understand more than the kids.
Oh, totally. And that lament, do I look like an ATM, is the frustration, characterizes the frustration of millions of parents from all over the world, actually.
That's a great title.
Here's the answer. Yes, you do.
You look.
Yeah, you do.
Look like an ATM.
Because ever since the child was in a bassinet, they've been watching their parents fork out money, appeal to their, whatever their wants are, react to and interact with their own money. And so when children begin to form words, the first thing they say is, well, gimme. And can I? And then the parents says, well, yes, because, you know, he's so cute, or because I had a hard childhood. And then at a certain point, a parent says, well, I need to be responsible. I need to be a responsible parent. But by then, it's 10 years later, and then they're crying to the child, do I look like an ATM? And the child is saying, yes, you do, because you've set it up for me all of these years.
That way.
Absolutely.
So what are some specifics, Sabrina, that you teach parents to do or not to do to make sure that their kids recognize from day one that they're not an ATM?
Self-inventory, first of all.
Okay.
In Do I Look Like an ATM, I identify different parental money styles.
Okay.
For example, there's 1 million books on the market that cover budgeting, investing, commodities, and so forth. This book deals with your emotional parental money style that outlines how you interact or teach your children about money. For example, the dictator parent may say, this is for grown folks. You're not supposed to know anything about money.
The kids should be seen and not heard.
Exactly.
Type parent.
Or the martyr parent who says, I need to sacrifice my life for my children financially. Or the saboteur, I'm going to try to go to that financial workshop. However, I'm going to make sure that I don't succeed. Meanwhile, I say to parents, while you're doing all this, whether you're a dictator, a saboteur, or a martyr, or the Disneyland parent who says, I'm the fun parent, the child is watching, and they are manipulating, particularly when it comes to both parents, manipulating each other so that their wants can be satisfied.
Which type of parent are you? You're the Disneyland
No,
parent.
I'm the taskmaster. I'm like, you're not going to get away with it because your mom let you get away with it, so I'm not going to let you get away with anything. And let me tell you, it starts young, because at 2, my daughter will, when she does something wrong or wants something, she'll come give me a hug and a kiss, which never happens.
Right.
So I already know you want something.
Exactly. She's already been watching you. She already knows how this is going to work.
But I don't let it work, because I know it's going to.
You know you let it work sometimes.
Okay,
She comes to you with those big,
sometimes.
wide eyes, and she says, Daddy, can I
Sometimes.
please?
So what do you do about that,
What do
especially
you
like
do
the
about
nag
that?
factor?
First of all, when you explain to children, are you more interested in having money in the family or outside of the family? They don't understand that the money, there's a flow of money and it leaves their family, then they want to keep it. And you need to sit down tonight and have a family meeting every single week and show your children, this is how much this costs, this is how much this costs, this is the revenue. To your nieces and nephews in Nigeria, you need to, because I know they email you and tweet you, and they have a list.
Christmas.
And they can't wait till you come back to Nigeria.
Yes.
You need to say, this is how much this costs, but you also need to teach children that they need to give and they need to learn how to earn situations. They need to earn the things that they want. Children are so savvy.
What's an example? Would you encourage them to sort of build a lemonade stand and sell, or a newspaper route?
Well,
what do
let
you
them
think?
tell you. Yes, those are excellent ideas, but let them tell you. But our children really need to learn how to transform their priorities, and they need to learn how to serve the world, serve the the planet. So you say, child of mine, come back to me. Instead of gimme, 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 tell me how you're going to earn and how we're going to lower the expenses in this house. Children are so savvy that, as I said, they've been watching you since childbirth. They need to have the be challenged because they're waiting for you to put the big girl and the big boy pants on as parents, and they won't. If you say to a child, let's go shopping, and they're all happy and everything, and you say, but we're going to spend your money, all of a sudden, we're not going shopping.
We need to go. Well, let me ask you this. How realistic are these techniques? Because you call children, it's like living with little criminals. So.
Oh, children are. I love children, but they're little crumb snatcher con artists. They all are.
Children are criminals and con artists.
Sure. And see, you're appalled.
I'm appalled.
And there's millions of appalled, broke parents watching this interview, and the child is going, ooh, she's called me out on this. Children don't care whether or not you have your 401k or your retirement is set. They don't care as long as they have that Xbox. So I'm saying all parents need to pump the brakes and let's do something different. You can we all know that parents love their children, right? And so this is how you can really forge a closer, more empowering generational relationship with your children by having engaged conversations with them about money. Even if you don't know, don't be the hero. Don't say, I know everything about money. Don't say that. Say, let's learn together how we're going to not only save, invest, and donate. And I learned all of this information as a CEO of a nonprofit organization called worldofmoney.org. I've been doing this work for 8 years. I've heard from children who tell me, my mama, she gonna buy me that. Really?
I already know.
So at what age should you start talking to children? Birth? The baby can't. But the baby
They're
can't.
watching you.
No, but
they can't.
The baby just came home from the hospital, Sabrina.
Right.
Can the baby just have some milk, some Similac before you start talking to them about 401k?
But in the meanwhile, they're watching you.
Okay.
And they just haven't formed the words.
So are you supposed to be like, hush, little baby.
Don't spend my money.
Don't spend my money.
No,
You may be broken. This ain't funny.
Lola, this is a generational conversation. And I say, yes, start at birth because they are watching you. Well-resourced families, they have these conversations every night at the dinner table, and we don't. And I'm saying we have to play generational catch-up because our children right now are being socialized only to spend. They're not being socialized to be producers and investors, only consumers.
That's
And
a
I
very
think,
good point.
another simple thing, you say start at birth, is just about not always saying yes to everything. And then saying put it in a piggy bank, right? That's one of the tips of just helping them save and learn how to save.
Tell me how much you're going to save from this. How much are you going to donate? Our children also are not being socialized to be philanthropists.
Yes, charitable.
Charitable, as opposed to we should be the recipient of all of your generosity. That's not how the world works.
Well, what if a parent is already too late? Their kids are
Not
grown.
too late.
But I'm saying they're grown. So how can you teach grown kids? What do you do about these grown kids who keep coming back for money?
Exactly, especially the ones who've graduated from college and they come home.
Or you got your own apartment, you're still asking for money.
Well, stop, because there are grown adults living in the same bedroom that they were birthed in as children, okay?
And I'm happens saying all the time in New York.
It's happening all the time. And they will say, well, it's the economy.
Right.
Well, they will end up resenting their parents if the parent enables them and prevents them from being a self-reliant, independent person. They have to participate in the economic well-being of the family, contribute something, and not live rent-free. And often this is happening generationally, where the man-child up in the bedroom watching, on the iPod and everything that the mother's taking care of because she wants to be the favorite mama and everything. He hates her, seriously. He resents her because she does not force him to be the independent adult that he can be.
And then he goes out to the club trying to date somebody.
Thank you.
Knowing you're living at home with your mama, playing Xbox all day.
Lola got issues.
I already know the story.
No, my man has money. I'm happily married. I'm just telling you what my girlfriend's telling me.
No, but it's true. Lola, you're absolutely right. Yes, I'm playing. Sabrina.
See, finances can be fun, people.
Yes, they
Finances
can be fun.
Well, one of the things about your book is the subtitle is called A Parent's Guide to Raising Financially Responsible African American Children.
Okay.
But can these tips go for any ethnicity?
This works for Pakistanians.
Okay.
For,
That means anybody, right?
Sabrina took it to Pakistan.
this works
This works
for
in Uzbekistan. This works in Pakistan.
all those stands.
Yeah, all the stands.
All
Okay.
the stands. It works. It works for everyone. You know, the children whose parents enroll their children at worldofmoney.org, our Youth Financial Education Institute, primarily are African American. I'm predominantly a black person. However, there are a lot of tools that any parent can learn from.
Well, thank you
right.
so much, Sabrina. Those tips were fantastic. I'll definitely
Very
be reading
nice.
this book. I think I
Yes.
found my new Christmas present.
Yes.
Still to come, what Hollywood couple broke up and what viral videos will have you laughing out loud? This is Arise Entertainment 360.